I remember several years ago going to a doctor with certain symptoms that I was complaining of that I wanted to get his help with, and he this was back when I still kind of still believed in doctors. So this was a while ago, and I remember that he came to certain conclusions about me. Um, well, first of all, he concluded that uh, my symptoms were psychosomatic and they were evidence of anxiety and depression on my part, and that he had this he just happened to have this keen new uh, drug that he was pushing, and it was called Buspar, Buspar. I don't know if it's still around or not. This is like, gosh, was like, 25 years ago, something like. And he was really trying to get me to get me going on this drug, and it was like something they had posters for it up all over his office. I mean, it was just, thinking back on it now, it's pretty funny. But I declined, and I also remember, I was married, uh, but he formed this um, this profile of me in his head that I was single. I must be, because I seemed like the kind of guy who was living alone and was anxious and depressed. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a, somebody like somebody that we're paying, I don't know how much money a year. We're supposed to trust his professional opinion. He's full of shit completely. And not only is he obviously getting sold this drug by the pharma companies, which I didn't even see. I didn't make that connection back then at the time because I wasn't pharma aware back then. But now it seems really clear. I don't know why I remember the name of the medication too. Not only that, but he also thought he knew what kind of a person I was, and I must be alone. And in a way, this was an example, even though this is 25 years ago, or something like thereabouts. It was right around the turn of the millennium. It was when we were living in Dallas, Texas, when I was going to grad school. I remember that much, and now there's even more of this uh, push to have a societal understanding of men who are not uh, men who are single, men who are uh, not with not in a relationship, not with a woman, and that the way I like to put it is and then I didn't come up with this terminology, but uh, um, Gerbert Johnson, whom I've recommended a few times before, talks about you know bitchlessness, and so there's like a pathologizing of bitchlessness among men. I think that's what I'm gonna use as the title for this video: the pathologizing of bitchlessness. Um, and it's happening, at a time when obviously there are more men who are alone than in the past for various reasons. I don't want to re re-examine that whole the reasons behind that whole trend. But we all basically know what the things that are contributing to it. Um, so as men become um, more and more prone to be bitchless, uh, they are they are more often pathologized, and I'm thinking back of the pictures that I saw, which I'm pretty sure were real. Maybe they were. Uh, I mean, I have no absolute confirmation on this, but I remember that when Joker was released in 2019, there were movie theaters that, and some, I can't remember some branch of the armed forces said, this this might be dangerous. This might be draw violent incels to might violent incels might be drawn to the showing of this movie. Um, and so there were actually places where there were signs up that said no single no unadmitted men are allowed. Like there were that was actually a sign that was posted in a I remember seeing it in a couple of places, and I can believe that it happened because there was so much hysteria being ginned up. Um, and what happens when you pathologize a huge chunk of the population, and that huge chunk of the population is mostly young and male, and you treat them like they're pathological. Um, is that a recipe for happy outcomes or not? No, it clearly is not. It clearly is not. So I don't have much more to say about it than that. I'll just end it there.